astrology analysis of Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson. And now we all love a bit of Pam and Tommy, and I know you Gen Zs are even better for that. So, Tommy, Libra Sun, Pam, Cancer Sun, him, Sag Moon, her, Aries Moon, him, Mercury in Libra, her Mercury in Cancer, his Venus in Scorpio, her Venus in Leo, his Mars in Cancer, her Mars in Libra. Now, so her basic upbringing, she was a very classically beautiful girl. She had a lot of trauma in her childhood. She had a childhood where a babysit female abused her. Very, very sad. And she wished this person to be unalive, and they ended up dying, ironically. Now that Gemini quick mind is gonna have those kinds of thoughts anyway, so it amplified that for her probably, most certainly. And being a Cancer Sun, oh my god, I feel like Cancer Suns can be really hard or really soft, but mainly they are really hard. They are mothery, some of them are mothery, but maybe unconventional mothers. Don't think of them as mother us anyway. So Tommy Lee grew up, his mother was a Greek immigrant who married his father. He grew up with a younger sister, Athena, who's completely like him. Look up X-Wives with Rock and you'll see what I mean. She's just Tommy as a girl, and she's a drummer in a band. So yeah, it's just crazy. And they've got the same body. So Tom's Libra with Pam's Sun in Cancer squares. A square is a big aspect in astrology. It's like one of the most challenging ones, so it's gonna make you, it's not going to feel natural, so you're always having to change it. The thing that comes in here, which I find really interesting in the charts, are their Mars signs. Each of their Mars signs is the other's Sun sign, so sexual attraction is a very big thing here. The Sun conjunct Mars, the Sun, the whole, you as a whole, your egos, Mars, action, how we are physically, how we are sexually. So, but men with Mars in Cancer can dress up with girls, being comfortable with their feminine side, but if they're on the darker end of the spectrum, they can be very misogynistic, and this doesn't always show at first, but you can see this with Tommy Lee. Got him in prison, how his behaviour was. He comes across as a big soft, but don't be fooled, girls, he is, and I think you all know because you're smart enough. Pam, I could say a lot about Pam. She grew up and she became a model. She got scouted for by a modeling agency and went to America from Canada. She did a shoot in 1989 for Playboy. With that Gemini Mercury, she's lived many lives, and in her documentary she said, I won't even watch this, I'll probably just move on to the next thing. She married Rick Solomon, the guy in the sex tape to Paris Hilton, twice. This is a Gemini theme in her chart, and also the Libra. I think she might have married Tommy twice. She married Kid Rock. She's very reinventive. She has reinvented herself many times. So, yeah, there's a lot of that in her chart. He, on the other hand, he seems to like comfort, stability, stay at home. His Scorpio in Venus is in detriment. It doesn't like being in that sign. And it squares her Leo Venus, where they both like luxury and hidden depths and that, but they're going to argue on that level of their Venus signs and also their Sun signs. So sexually, yeah, they're very compatible. They did have a love story. Maybe they connected each other because they were so different, but because they grew up in a certain way. Tommy was just obsessed with Pamela, I believe. And also, we don't know much about Tommy's rising sign. It's not even in there. With his Sag moon, I would say he's a Sag rising, a Pisces rising, or a Gemini rising, because he attracts those mercurial women, which is Martier, however you say, is anyway, he attracts air sign chicks a lot, or Libra Venus-based women. He's had them on Carmen Electra. He's just obsessed with love, and he had Heather Locklear, another Libra. So that marriage lasted a lot longer, but there's lots of affairs there with Tommy and Pamela. But she shouldn't still be sending him messages and stuff and that. I do not agree with that. But their synastry is very interesting, especially like their Mars signs and how that their fame got taken out of context with this sex tape and that they didn't make any money off it. Anyway, thank you. That's a quick reading on their charts and things that might play out for them and how their attraction was.